there guys, Portal Master 9351 here, and as of right now, it's been exactly 1 week since the reveal of Skylanders Imaginators, and I figured that I should start my thoughts and my personal opinions on the game, the figures, the character creation process, and all that type of stuff. I'm going to be splitting this little mini-series up into 3 parts. This first one's going to actually talk about the game itself, my personal thoughts on that. The second one will talk about my personal thoughts on the character creation process. And the third one will talk about the actual figures and characters and stuff that we've had revealed so far. And I may even touch on the ones that have not been revealed, such as the Life, the Fire, the Air, the Water Sensei, as well as Pinata. We'll see. But anyways, in this episode, we're going to mostly be talking about the actual gameplay. So, not necessarily the gameplay, but the actual game itself. All different types of elements of it. So, one of the interesting things, one of the things I noticed from the actual outset of the first footage that we saw, leaked by Asian Guy Gamer on the 31st, actually officially revealed on the 1st, was this is a really good looking game. And I mean that just from the visual standpoint. It looked so good. It appeared to have the Vicarious Visions style, or not style, but level of graphics. So it had the higher graphics quality like Vicarious Visions is known for, and Swap Force and Superchargers. They had the higher resolution than any other of games. Like Trap Team was a lower resolution than Swap Force, which was kind of weird. But it appears to be, this Toys for Bob game appears to be up to the Vicarious Vision standard, but it is still the Toys for Bob artwork style, which is generally regarded as being better than Vicarious Visions. And I have to agree with that. So I think that from a visual standpoint, the game looks so good. There was only a little bit of music heard, and I know this is kind of a little arbitrary, but I think that the music is one of the more iconic bits of Skylanders, but you just may not realize how influential some of the themes are and how iconic, like the main Spyro's Adventure theme is. It's one of the most iconic things, in the Skylanders franchise, actually. And so I think that, one of the interesting things I learned is that the composer who's actually been composing for the last 5 Skylanders games is actually not composing Imaginators. However, some of the music that we did hear, which could be heard at the start of the character creation process, sounded so good. And I'm really excited to actually see what this new composer can bring to the table in terms of music for the new game. I think that music is one of the most important aspects of the game, and I am really excited to actually learn more about the actual theming of the levels in terms of the music. I like the way they've done the storytellers. I think that that's a really unique way to not only tie an Academy, but also get rid of the reposes entirely, because I did not like reposes again and again and again and again, and the Academy characters will be the most iconic characters that were reposed again and again and again and again. So, I think that it's a good way to kind of get a middle ground of still giving these characters some of the spotlight by putting them into the game, but not making figures for us to buy rather than, why give Gilgrun another repose when you could actually repose like a character we've never gotten before, like Punk Shock, Echo, Riptide, some cool character like that. But I do like the storytellers. I think that it's a really unique way to do it. You can definitely tell that this game will have its own feel, much like the last 2 Skylanders games have. The first 3 games, SSA, Giants, and Swap Force, were very clearly the same game. They were all Skylanders games, but they didn't really have any major twists. Yes, Giants had feats of strength. Yes, Swap Force had movement gates, but in the end, they were all mostly the same in reality. Trap Team deviated a lot by actually having trappable villains. You could now play as villains. It was a huge deviation on the last 3 games. Superchargers took away that trappableness, but did still give traps a minor function. But then, switched it over to racing and combat racing in the form that they did. And I think that kind of gave Superchargers its own feel as well. I think this game, Imaginators, will also have its very own unique feel because there won't be trappable villains, and there won't be any racing, at least in the campaign. There will be online racing, but the actual game, there won't be any vehicle functionality. So it's going to have its own separation from Superchargers, and it's going to have its own unique feel in the fact that you're collecting gear, and you're upgrading characters, and you're customizing characters, and I think that it's really going to give it its own unique feel. One of the things I do like is that the vehicles are actually getting a function in online racing. They said there's more details to be revealed on the online racing, and what I'm hoping that means is that there's new tracks. I recently did a live stream collab with Prime Skylanders, or Prime Skylanders. I'm still not sure which it is. If you can tell me, if you say the Prime or Prime, you say it so fast. I don't know. Anyways, I recently did a live stream with him, and one of the things that we were saying in that live stream was all of the race tracks in Superchargers are themed after the levels in Superchargers. So, what I'm assuming this means is there's more to be announced on the racing, is that there's going to be themed levels for Imaginators as well. And I really like that they are doing vehicle compatibility into the future. One of the biggest things that bugged me about Superchargers was that traps didn't do much of anything, but now the traps will continue to have their minor role, but the Supercharger vehicles will actually have a more major role in the post-campaign content in the online segment. Speaking of online, I'm really hoping we do get online battle mode. If we do, this will easily become the best Skylanders game in existence, and they will sell so much stuff. And I'll talk more about it in my character creation and my creation video stuff, but I really think that if you introduce online, then the possibilities for playing around with your custom characters is going to increase a lot, and you're going to be able to show off what you've made. I think online, it would be a great time to introduce it. With the customizableness of your characters, you can now create whatever you like and battle it against other players. I think that would be really cool. And I'm really overall liking the way that the game is constructed. Now, we don't know a ton about the actual game itself. We've only seen that one level, and I'm not even sure if we know the name for that level. I don't know the name for the level. It might be out there, but I don't know it. And we've only seen such tiny portions of it, like 20 minutes of gameplay. At E3, we're going to be seeing 2 hours of gameplay, and I may actually make a more comprehensive video when E3 rolls around, because 2 hours compared to 20 minutes, that is 6 times what we have already, and that's going to be really exciting to actually see what they have in store for us at E3. So yeah, that's mostly my my thoughts on the game, Skylanders Imaginators. I hope you did enjoy. Check out my social media in the description. Also, enter the giveaway if you haven't entered in it yet. I'm giving away a Power Blue Splat and a Power Blue Splatter Splasher. So you can go in the description, you can find the link to that giveaway. Also, remember to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye!